Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Good evening. The meeting is being recorded. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, thank you. One of the most exciting portions of the Toastmasters meeting is the table topic sessions. The main objective is to challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills to effectively think on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. We also want to give every member the opportunity, if they feel comfortable, an opportunity to speak at the meeting. We do this with the table topics session. Table topics is specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. Today, as your table topics master, I will be asking questions that you can respond to on the fly. Your response must be at least 1 minute and can be no more than 2 minutes, which we already talked about as far as timing is concerned. You will see the green signal 1 minute, yellow signal for when you're at 1.5 minutes, and then the red signal when you're at 2 minutes. I also encourage you to use the word of the day, which I didn't hear.
Beguiling.
What's the word of the day?
Beguiling.
Beguiling. Okay. Beguiling. We also encourage you to use the word of the day, which is beguiling. So let's get started. Now, the script is saying who wants to go first, but what I've seen in the past is do we ask a question and then pick somebody, or
no, you pick somebody and then pick on them and then ask them a question.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a little kind of, I'm using a theme, and I cheated a little bit. I did some research on Toastmasters website, and my theme is going to be strange holidays, just so y'all know. So, and Irma, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, good. Making sure we have audio because I might pick on you. I'm going to pick Vicky first. So yesterday was National Reward Yourself Day. I understand as humans, sometimes it's hard for us to talk about ourselves in fear of sounding braggadocious. But now is your chance, Vicky. How would you celebrate Reward Yourself Day?
I would celebrate National Reward Yourself Day by treating myself to a day at the spa. Maybe getting my nails done, pedicure, maybe a massage, and then take myself out to eat.
You done?
And my entree, I'm trying to think of my favorite food. I would say I would go to a Mexican restaurant and get some food that would be very beguiling through my taste buds. And then take a limo back home and go to bed.
I like it.
That would be the way I would celebrate. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you. And do I have any volunteers for my next question? How about this? Let me ask you, who of you have a cat? Any cats? Any cats? Anyone here own a cat? Donna!
Nope.
Okay. So August 15th was International Cat Day. January 22nd is Answer Your Cat's Question Day. Donna, if your cat could talk, what would be his question that he just has to have an answer for, and how would you respond?
Fellow Toastmasters, truth in advertising. I do not currently have a cat, but I had a cat when I was younger, and my sister has 2 cats, an upstairs cat and a downstairs cat. We're just a cat family. We like cats. That's all there is to it. And some people say, well, cats, they're so aloof. Yes, they are, unless you know exactly where to tickle them, and then they just fall all over you. So with cats, they have their personalities. My sister's upstairs cat is a watch cat. Has a voice that's only this big, hardly ever makes any noise. But when I visit my sister, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and the cat will be in the door, staring at me like, I know you sound like my mother, but you don't look like her. I'm going to stand watch here to make sure you do not leave this room and attack my mother down the hall. It's a watch cat. If she had a voice, what would her question be? It would be like, are you sure you're related to my mother? The first time I visited my sister after she got the cat, I walked in the door. I said, hey, how you doing? And the cat ran to me because apparently my voice is similar enough to my sister's that she thought I was my sister. And then she stopped because I don't look like my sister. And it was like, my ears deceive me. How can that person have my mother's voice? So I think the cat, if she could talk, she'd say, can you explain to me the relationship between you and my mother? That's what she would say. Back to you, fellow Toastmasters.
Thank you, Donna. So let me pick somebody else. Irma, are you still there? We'll come back to Irma. Rich, January 31st is Hell is Freezing Over Day, possibly created by someone who saw something that they didn't ever think could happen. How would you celebrate Hell is Freezing Over Day? What could possibly happen that you never thought would happen?
That's actually a pretty good question. I think for me, Hell is Freezing Over Day would be the day I probably died and went to heaven. Because I can't see God wanting me up there, and I really don't see the devil wanting me down there either. In one case, I don't think they want me to take over. In the other case, I don't think he can handle me. So how would I celebrate if I was still alive, though? I don't know that I would be celebrating a day like that. Hell is Freezing Over Day. That's a question that could justify many different kinds of responses and answers. Probably the best one is the one I originally gave. I don't see a way that anybody would even want to celebrate that while they're still alive. So, no, I think I'm going to stick with what I said. Neither one of them wants me, and I'd be stuck in limbo someplace. Back to you.
Thank you, Rich. Okay, is Irma back?
She dropped off, it looks like.
Okay. I will ask our guest, Alexa?
Yes.
Okay. May 11th, it's coming up. And it is Eat What You Want Day, meaning if there's any forbidden foods or things that you limit yourself to, or maybe something you want to reward yourself with, like Vicky, how would you celebrate and what would you eat on Eat What You Want Day?
That is a really good question for me. Even though I'm only 5'2" and super tiny, I eat like a 6-foot NFL linebacker. So love to eat all day long. And one of my big food allergies is, well, I don't know if they classify it as an allergy, but it's an intolerance to lactose. So ice cream, cheese, mac and cheese, milk, yogurts, I do not do well on, but I would love to eat all of those foods, every single one of them on May 11th. If it's celebrating food day and just eating something that you normally wouldn't let yourself eat, I would definitely eat all of those. And for ice cream, I would pick Oreos. One of those Oreo blizzards, that is my number one. And then as far as nutrition goes, I am actually a personal trainer, so I love to talk about nutrition and anything that goes along with that. So that includes tracking your macros, which is composed of carbs, protein, and fat, and you measure those in grams. And I love to track those on MyFitnessPal.
Thank you, Alexa. This one is for Ashley. September 27th is World Tourism Day. If it were today and you could drop what you're doing and go anywhere you want, where would you go and why?
I would drop and visit maybe some cities, or even like every single one of the like Six Flags, like there's Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags BS Texas, or even like Disney World or Disneyland. I would definitely want to go to those two places at least, because those two would be on my top fun theme parks, and I would be able to go to there and enjoy it, spend the day and kind of eat the foods, go have fun, and just kind of visit where it is. I mean, even another one would be like the place out there for like cars and like the Nevada area. Like, yes, I've been to Nevada area, but like the Route 66 zone, I would definitely want to go there. That would be another one of those go-to places where I would say, hey, I would go visit there and just go enjoy it and act like I was one of those people in the movie at least. But overall, that's kind of what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you. And do we have time to go through everyone? Because I know we're growing. Okay.
Do we have a vote counter? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, we have an all counter.
No, vote counter.
counter.
Actually didn't write that down, so I don't think so, no.
We'll worry about that at the end of the meeting.
I'll start generating it now, girls, because you taught me how to do the QR code. I'm so pleased.
This is for, remind me, we met last week, Rhonda?
Ronnie.
Ronnie, thank you. Ronnie. February 27th is no-brainer day. If you have an option to do something that's such an easy decision, duh, that's a no-brainer. What is a no-brainer for you? How would you celebrate no-brainer day?
That's a great question. I would have to honestly say, well, there's lots of things that I could come up with, but the one for me on the top of my head that has resonated with me lately is working in Fort Worth every day. It's late in the evening when I get home. I'm tired. Cleaning house is not something I'd want to do. Then just having 2 days on the weekend to enjoy my time. I like to garden. We have 2 dogs. My husband travels a lot for work now, so just enjoying spending time with him along with my new grandbaby I just got in December. Cleaning house is something I don't want to do. So if I could do anything in the world that I could give up, hiring a maid to clean my house from top to bottom, windows and everything, would be a no-brainer for me. I think it would take a lot of stress away from me. It would allow me a lot more free time to do the things I love instead of trying to squeeze those things in while I'm taking care of my errands and chores, like cleaning house. So I definitely think that hiring a housekeeper for the day would be my no-brainer.
Thank you, Ronnie. That's a great no-brainer. I'm going to do that too when I have the opportunity. I think I'm only missing Catherine, right?
Yes.
And everybody else done it because I think Irma's gone. Okay, great. So Catherine, I really love that yesterday was Reward Yourself Day. So we're going to revisit that topic. What and why would you reward yourself on Reward Yourself Day? So this gives you the opportunity to really pat yourself on the back and give yourself kudos. So I would love to know what those are.
I would say my stuff that I would reward myself with is the fact when I am sitting in the hospital with my patients that are like, I don't care who the heck you are, get the hell out of my room. Or the fact that they appreciate I'm sitting with them and I'm being a person to help them out with. A lot of times, I mean, I'm getting the people that want to jump off the wall, jump off the ceilings and go haywire crazy. Or I get the really nice, sweet old ladies, little sweet old men, the sweet people that just sleep all night long, and it's great for me. I mean, I appreciate it either way. But when I have patients that tell me, you are my go-to person, I am happy you're sitting with me. I'm hoping you'll sit with me the next night. But that doesn't always happen because I get thrown around the whole entire hospital. But when I have patients that tell me, hey, I appreciate you, I want to see you next time, it's like, okay, do I see them next time, or are they already out of the hospital the next day because they're given the opportunity to go home already? So when I tell patients that, or if I'm telling patients, I'm like, okay, it's time for you to get your right mindset on. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go home. Let's get healthy. Let's get back with your family again. And when I tell people that, they get all happy and they get all gushy and teary-eyed because they know they hate being in the hospital. They hate being exactly on what floor they're being on or whatever, or they're mistreated by our staff or something like that. But like I said, when patients tell me they're ready to get out of there and they're happy that I was their sitter that night, that just hits home to me, that they know that I'm appreciated and all that kind of stuff. So that would be my answer.
Thank you, Ashley. Just want to commend you for being a nurse, and everyone. Saturday was National Nurses Appreciation Day. So Ashley, we do appreciate your answer to the calling of being in the health.
Not exactly a nurse just yet. I'm a sitter, but and her name is not Ashley, by the way.
She's the other Ashley, the Catherine Ashley.
Catherine.
Another one.
Maybe my sisters would do my sister.
You know, they're not twins, but everybody assumes they are.
I might have thought so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone for participating in table topics, and I will now return control to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Janelle. Okay.
I found out that from my Sunday school kids that apparently last weekend or the weekend before was National Kids Day. Now, I was always told that every day was Kids Day. But Janelle, if they'd had National Kids Day when you were a kid, what would you have wanted to do?
Great question. Has me really grinding my gears to think back to my childhood. And it does, every day should be Kids Day. It does remind me of something Alexa said. I love ice cream. And I did have some yesterday and the day before, by the way. So in a way, I'm celebrating what my National Kids Day would be every day that I want. And so ice cream would be one of my National Kids Day activities. I also enjoyed going to the zoo, and I still do. So it would have to incorporate a trip to the zoo. And the last thing that it would have to be an absolute must, as a child, I loved riding horses. So I would have time allocated for that as well. So zoo, horseback riding, and having ice cream. If I could throw in just a few extra things, I also, you know, because mom's gonna want you to eat something healthy. She's gonna want you to, she's gonna throw in some nutritious things in there, and maybe not so much, not necessarily nutritious, but salty type of dinner, not just ice cream. So on that note, my other favorite thing is to always incorporate mashed potatoes and gravy as a side. So that would be a mandatory National Kids Day for me. And I turn it back over to Donna and or Miss Madam Table Topic. Sorry, Madam Toast.